Hello, hello, testing. Can anybody hear me? No, no, no. Well, I don't know if anyone's out there still, but if you are, welcome. Promethean Hails. Works great, said Evil Author. Good to see ya. And it's Friday here in California. Other parts of the world, it might be a different day. I had to get used to that when I was when I had my D&D game, which ran for almost 2 years, and two of my players. Well, at one point there were 3 players, all living in different parts of Australia. So it'd be nighttime here and morning there the next day. Had a guy in not Norway. I always get it mixed up. You know, the Dutch. The Dutch, man. Let's see. In Dutchland. That's not what it's about. Looks like a... Not South Korea. I'm just stalling. As Steve Martin used to say, I'm just waiting for the drugs to take effect. Just kidding, though. I don't do drugs anymore. And I am much happier and better off, let me tell you. That's Denmark. Thank you. Jutland. Denmark. Yeah, so we had a guy in Denmark too. And then a couple from California besides me, and anywho, it was hard to schedule games, let me tell you. Let's see who's here. I was just looking at Google Earth trying to remember. Okay, so it says, hopefully you're beating the California heat. Yes, thank you, Evil Author. Yeah, it has been hot here all week in the hundreds. I think tomorrow's supposed to get up to 109 or something like that. Central Valley, it's very hot, but I have air conditioning. And although that gets expensive, I don't care. That's why I work for a living. So I don't have to bear the heat. I see Justin McNeil. I am Celine is here. Hi. Good to see ya. Justin McDaniel. Who else? I don't know. There's thousands of people. I can't keep up with it. Across all 57 chat rooms. We're intergalactic. Oh my god. I mean, oh my gosh. Let's not take the Lord's name in vain here. I was raised properly. And for sure, if I was around my grandparents and they were to say something like, oh my god, I would be in big trouble. My grandpa would lose it. Those freaky deaky Dutch. That would be the good Hollander. I don't know if you guys know who he is. He's a music creator, an amazing talent, and a good player himself, a keyboard player. Really has written some amazing music, and he's one of my favorites. And I'm lucky enough to get to hang out and be friends with someone whose music I just totally love. So. And he's a very funny guy. He's fun to play D&D with, and just to hang out. He's got a good creativity. Last weekend, I took the family to Morro Bay. Nice, but I swear the whole Central Valley was there. That's funny. This is really weird music, and this band is hit and miss with me. It'll just be something I love or something so far out there rhythmically and sonically that it takes a while to get familiar with it and appreciate it. But yeah, Morro Bay is really nice. Used to be. I don't know. I haven't been there in a long time. Haven't been anywhere for a while. But used to go to Morro Bay and Carmel. Would stay a few nights somewhere in Carmel or nearby. One thing that's really fun if you go to Carmel or anywhere over there is to go, and I don't know what it's like. It's probably been at least 10 years since I've been there, but there's this place called Fort Ord, and it's just a completely abandoned military fort, with housing and everything. And then for a while, people would go there and play paintball. But not very often, just, occasionally. But it was totally falling apart. I mean, the telephone poles, some of them just at a 45-degree angle, and the wires across the street. And it is totally like being in some post-apocalypse, Mad Max sort of thing. And no one stops you. You just drive right in, and it's a pretty big piece of property, and you can just drive all around, and there's no rules, no one's I mean, it seems like a total insurance hazard. Just you could go into one of these buildings and just fall through the floor and get hurt or whatever, but it just exists, and I love that. I love that kind of thing when that's able to happen and people are allowed to just go in and explore stuff. There was a cathedral in there, and most of the pews were ripped out, but there was still like parts of the organ in there, which was kind of neat, I remember. Pretty fun. Fornull Hermit confirmed, yes. Well, I go out. We have a nice little downtown where I live, and it's still clean and familiar, and so we'll go hang out there, and it's fun. Me and Mrs. Fornull. What was it? Last night we went out to get sushi. We were like kind of craving some sushi, so we went to this place that was local. And we get there, and this couple, about our age, is walking out, and they say they're closed. And we're looking, and we can see it's open. We kind of look at them, what? And they go, no, they're not seating anybody because or they didn't say why. And so my wife asked, well, why are they not taking anybody? It looks open in there. Is there anyone in there? And she goes, well, just the employees, the lady. And she says, just the employees, and they said they couldn't disclose why they weren't seating anyone. And so we go, well, are they going to open? And she said they didn't know. So my wife and I are just looking at each other, and we're like going, okay, we got to investigate this. So we go in, and of course Mrs. Fornull's right up there talking to these girls, these hostesses, and saying, what's going on? And then she had a ploy to get them talking. It didn't really work that much, but she goes, so it's not bugs, is it? And then they're looking around, and then they did kind of divulge something about their cooling unit and teppanyaki, and I don't know, closer. But that could have just been BS. Yeah, words with bloody. Long, boring story here, but I've got nothing else to talk about right now. At this very moment, with words hollow meaning. Oh, this is a great song by Fornull. Thank you. Tail tucked in tight. No, but seriously. So we went to a Armenian food place, Greek food, and that was awesome and super affordable. I mean, it was, we got so much food, and it was top quality, and so we were happy that the other place was closed. Cheeks puffed out, a spray of envy rage. That's all I have to say about that. Boom roasted. Looking forward to the day you die. All right, I see Roused Roses here. Welcome. Westman 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27 maybe. Things go my way.
They do nothing wrong. They do nothing wrong.
So anybody see any good movies lately? Old or new? I know it's hard to find them. Most of them are just filled with anti-whiteism, meme pathogens. Talked about this before here, but it always sucks when you think, okay, I think this movie might be okay. You start watching it. They save the the meme pathogens for, the first 15 or 20 minutes, and then they just start loading you up with them. It's like they try and sneak it in. They're not going to just give it to you. I appreciate when the movie, if it's going to be anti-white, it's just, they're doing it right from the beginning, so I can turn it off immediately.
They do nothing wrong.
And I'm pretty sensitive about that stuff, and I don't allow it in our house. That's my religion. It's white positivity. I don't think we'd have to be that way as overtly if we weren't living in a context that is as anti-white as it is. And I think that's something that anti-whites use to try and make us feel ridiculous sometimes, as if, why are you focused on that? Blah, blah, blah. Either because they know the way it is, and they know that's an easy trick to pull on somebody who will have a hard time defending against that. But also people who aren't aware of what's going on. Their eyes are closed to it. They're not able to detect it. The anti-whiteism. Maybe they just don't see it. So to them, someone who is focused on their people being white well-being specifically, to them, they don't want the hassle. They don't want the attention brought to them for being that way, and probably believe to some extent that it is it's not warranted. So that's what I was thinking. If everything was fine, if we were a people and we were healthy people, and our environment reflected that, and we were in control of our own destiny, we would still celebrate the things that make us what we are, and value it, and teach white positivity and how to guard against anti-whiteism. But I don't think it would have to be as overt as it does when we're just swamped by it constantly. I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay, Evil Author responded about the movie, said, tried to watch the new He-Man movie. It's trash. Filled with MPs. Had to walk out of the room after 5 minutes. That's too bad. The cartoon, the original cartoon, although it may be hard for some people to watch because it is a little bit childish, but I have watched them not that long ago. I watched the series just to revisit it, nostalgia and stuff, because that was on when I was young. And the cartoon's really good. I didn't detect much of anything wrong with it. I mean, it's not perfect, but it wasn't too bad. But I suspected that, that new He-Man would definitely have some stuff. Anti-whiteism, either from one of the subsets of anti-whiteism, like feminism, climate, and all that, man-made climate change, those things, or directly with white guilt. Hey, JK160, good to see ya. I remember the He-Man movie was pretty good. The old one. That was a pretty fun movie. It has white erasure. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's a tough one to. I mean, especially for He-Man, a primarily white cast in the original cast. Other than the monsters, of course, so who cares? But yeah, when they do that, when they white erase characters from our beloved stories and things like that, that is done on purpose to harm white people, for sure, to demoralize us, to make us feel like we are losing everything, and then to tell us when we complain that we're evil for not wanting our own erasure and that we deserve it for reasons 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 25 or 25,000. Because we know they will justify it. Historical injustices and all this other bullshit. And they're pieces of crap for doing that. Now, I know we can't vote our way out. We can't shoot our way out. We learn those things and go free. But I still pay attention to what's going on in politics and pop culture and things like that. Just, watching the world go by, as they say. And one thing that's kind of funny is I never, and most people didn't really take much of an interest in politics, into the different people, the senators, the congressmen, and all the players, of it. And it seems like now that is the show. And I don't know if that's just because of my interest in it and watching it and analyzing things, and that's just become my pastime and it's fun for me, or if everyone is more in tune with that in one way or the other. I mean, for sure, the anti-whites known as liberals or the left or Democrats, for sure, their propaganda has put a lot of political players into the spotlight, trying to make them celebrities, and whereas before, usually that wouldn't happen except for with maybe the president or vice president or something like that. Rupert Lowe was talking about becoming a demographic minority will spread all over Europe. Will spread? Well, yeah, we're being white erased. The West is being white erased for sure. And how did he talk about that, JK160? Was it a deserved eventuality? That's just a natural course. You know how they try and sell it like that? Like, oh well, that's just how it is. Your ship sailed if you want to end white erasure. Or is he saying, this is wrong, this is displacing people, this is dispossessing people of their homelands, this is outright murder, rape, theft, vandalism, acts committed like this across all of the West against white people, against Westmen? Is Lowe even getting close to any kind of truth? Or I'm imagining not, but I don't know. That is a British, that's over there in the UK, so I don't totally follow everything they do, all the people. Evil Author says, I hate any new media anymore for the most part. I feel that makers of these terrible anti-white propaganda take delight in ruining people's childhood memories. They do. They do. They think in their sick minds, I think a lot of them view themselves as heroes of some type, as brave heroes. They're so twisted. The white ones mostly, because theirs is out of white guilt and things like this, and wanting to fit in, wanting to avoid heresy to anti-whiteism. But the non-whites, that can be too for some, but a lot of times it's just jealousy and envy. Or just being brainwashed, just being taught and conditioned to believe and feel animus towards Western kind. From, they paint a target on our back. All the media, for decades, probably centuries, have been painting a target on Western kind's back, and they don't relent. And they've taught all the peoples of this world that white people are bad, and that we're exploiters and oppressors and all this stuff. And all they've done is just lie and blow out of proportion and just spread this filth, with the remedy being, collective punishment on all of us. But of course, when Jamal robs the white lady, that's just a one-off. We can't collectively punish them, and that's good, because we shouldn't. But we should not be held accountable for some grievance we've never committed, right? I mean, that's the MC, so, and that makes sense. Okay, it was part of they hate the old media because white men created most of it, and as a result, they love ruining and white erasing it. Yeah, good point. I agree. He said the demographics are out of control. White people will be a minority in England by 2063. Sooner than that, I think, and it needs to stop. He said we need millions to. I mean, deporting is definitely helps with those numbers, but if the people are anti-white still, and we hear this all the time, I mean, Jason drives it home constantly, that those things, yeah, they're not anti-white and they help, but we got to get our people to shed that white guilt and to adopt our dialectics and lexicon. Because that's what pushes back effectively, like nothing else, really. We have the secret weapon, and they're making sure it stays a secret. But we do our best. I haven't been doing as much as a lot of you guys. You've been working your asses off. You're out there all the time, pushing the concepts, creating new memes, doing the shade tree and all the derivative of that. Everyone, Brant Danger, with the School of the West, Pre-Godfather, all their Jay Bishop, Dallas. I mean, there's just a bunch of you guys out there kicking ass constantly. And that's all we can do. It's just spread the curative contagion and hope it does. It is contagious. It goes viral and can be used. But okay, so as part of him reaching out to Nigel Farage to make a deal. Oh, okay. All right, so well, that's good that he's against that. That's good. I mean, that's a start, right? That is heresy to anti-whiteism, wanting to preserve your people's control over your own destiny. What do they call that? Your right to self-determination, right? Lowe's talking about sending most invaders packing and with their kids born in the UK. We'll see what he can and will really do. Well, that's good. I mean, it starts that way, and they just gotta keep pushing that and normalizing that and letting the people know, hey, you're not. Don't feel guilty for this. They have their own countries. We're losing ours. Feel bad for your own people. You got to get people to understand there's nothing wrong with that. That is the moral position. That's the righteous position, not destroying your own people, destroying our sons, our daughters, granddaughters and grandsons' future for absolutely no good reason. There's no good reason to give it all up. We earned it. It's ours. And we need to fight for it. We have the tools with the dialectics, so we know how to argue back. Let's see, okay, so there need to be deportation and denaturalization. Well, I agree. Now, in the USA, we have that. We've got a lot of that going on. We've got a lot of obstruction. We've got NGOs and other groups of anti-whites being heavily funded and propped up to look as grassroots organizations, but they're completely not. They are paid mercenaries. They're paid anti-white terrorists, and it's not just the screaming lunatics harassing ICE and obstructing that way, but in all nodes of power. They're everywhere. Look at John Thune, that freaking piece of crap. Is we really do need Save America Act, in my opinion. In my personal opinion, we are being dispossessed of our voice. We have no representation. We've got a bunch of corrupt, greedy, selfish individualists in leadership positions. John Thune is one of the worst, and he's preventing stuff from happening. And securing our election seems like that should be really important. If the whole world gets to vote what white people want for ourselves, and they outnumber us, thousands, 10,000 to 1 or whatever it is, 1,000,000 to 1. How's that moral? How is that right? So these people are just the most scumbag, greedy, selfish pieces of shit on the planet. And the sooner we can get the masses, the salt of the earth, saying, hey, this is wrong. I don't care what your excuse is. And more are joining our side. Now, sadly, there's a trap that was set long ago, that when people start becoming aware of anti-whiteism, they don't know it's that yet, but they're becoming aware of it. A strong wind of anti-white propaganda blows them completely off the mark into a trap that at first looks like it's helpful, and that is the multiracial Jew-hating community. That is the multiracial black haters, the people who center anyone but white people. Their focus is not the love protection, defense of white Western kind. It is hatred of another race, which you're not going to build a movement around. But that's what's popular. That's where people go. And we've seen it so many times. I was just talking to Mrs. Fornull about this not long ago. That little apostate. Remember her? She started out and she kind of was like, seemed like she might go our way. Well, she got sucked right into that stupid movement. Said a bunch of dumb shit. And, you know, now she's posting I love Martin Luther King videos and whatever. I mean, she's just totally anti-white. It's so hard. It's so hard because not only does it take a higher intelligence to see it, to recognize the psychological warfare, it takes humility, it takes wisdom, because often we're wrong. You know, we're thinking we know and we don't. And that's, you know, when it's something like that, where you've got society aligned against you, and then you're like, well, screw it, I'm gonna rebel. And then you just go into this completely other anti-white thing. Neo-Nazi or whatever, just stupid shit. And then what? You get in trouble, and then before you know it, you're right back with where you started. You just total you have no effect. You're feeling guilty again. You've just gone full circle, and you think like, okay, I'm becoming good again. And completely miss that tiny little sliver that is the way through it. That the path of righteousness, it's not this straight line with a drop off into hell on both sides. It's like this crazy winding thing with loops in it and jumps and swinging blades. And it takes a lot of effort to navigate yourself through that long enough to really get it and be locked in. And I think once you're locked in, if you truly are to the Go Free method and all that, I think you're not ever gonna go back. How could you? Hey, it's Hallander. How you doing, brother? I was talking about you earlier. I was saying you're funny. You're a funny D&D player. Now, and I couldn't remember Denmark for some reason. There you go. A Fornullian. That's right. Right, Fornullian would be my alter ego, but this is the core experience, the Fornullian. So anyways, I was blabbering for a while. Let's see what you guys are talking about. But welcome, Hal. Good to see you. She said her husband hired a legal judge's wife, but they work harder than... Oh, yeah, that kind of stuff. Yes. Yeah. Will you do the job? Will you wake up at 5 and do the job? And it's like, yeah. If I need work, hell yeah. But I expect a living wage. And if you can't afford that, then your business model is corrupt and totally fucked, and you deserve to fail. And someone who's smarter than you and better and more ethical deserves to take your place. And it's just greed. These companies that hire illegal invaders and displace the people of this country who built the infrastructure that company is using. I mean, they're stealing. What they're doing when they're hiring third world shithole invaders to do work, they are stealing from us. Because it's us who built all this shit so that they could have a business like that in the first place. And if not, then they'd be in Mexico or wherever the hell they want to, in Pakistan. They can all go to Afghanistan. That's where they should go. Or Somalia. Right? Didn't all the celebrities go to Somalia and take pictures with, like, pineapple cocktails and just saying how great it was? I'd love to see them all shipped back there for a zombie apocalypse. Well, that's true. No, that's a good point. Hal says the players are only as fun as the dungeon master allows for. So I reverse that compliment. You're a fun dungeon master. Well, thank you. You know, that's a skill that came, you know, with difficulty at first. I kind of sucked and was boring at first, but I learned how to loosen up and let you guys do unorthodox things and try to just riff off of that, be spontaneous and improv and things like that. And the more I did that, the funner it became. But out of all the players, Hal, for sure, you were the most creative with surprising me with things that you would have your character do that were totally off the wall, but added a lot of flavor and color to the scene. And the others would do it sometimes, but not as much. And yeah, if I ever get another campaign going again, I'm gonna push people to break out of their comfort zone and try stuff. Test my improv skills and your own. We won't have Anton there anymore, throwing a hissy fit over every little thing that he couldn't. We had a player who just would try to exploit every rule and everything else, and it was very tiresome, but sometimes it was kind of fun because he was such a weasel. He was creative in his selfish weaselness, and sometimes it was kind of fun. That was its own game right there. That was like a little game of, 3D chess going on between me and him to keep it rolling for everyone, but fending off all his attempts to subvert the game and stuff. Yeah, they're stealing from the current and future generations about what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, hiring the... I wouldn't even call it cheap labor. It's hiring invaders. And it is theft. Screw them. I love it when it doesn't happen very often, but sometimes on X you'll see where their ICE is going in and they're arresting the owners of the business, and damn, I'd love to just see that on steroids. I just want to see all those people pay for all the pain they've caused in all of our great countries, not just the US, but all my brothers and sisters all over the world, all our different civilizations. We come from a similar, a line up the tree that's the same. We're related, and I don't like to see any of us. And sometimes they try and sectarianize us. They'll have agents online, some operative of anti-whiteism coming on and trying to sow dissent. They do it with religion, trying to turn Christians against non-Christians and vice versa. They try and turn the British against Americans, especially around the Independence Day, saying hurtful things on both sides. Of course, the never-ending "you have to hate Germans," especially anyone who was in the military during World War II who was a German. It's sickening. Yeah, they always trying to turn us against each other, and screw that. We're all being attacked on the same basis. So, yeah, we should unite on that front. Okay, evil author, if and when, it'll happen someday. When that happens, I will let you know for sure. Right now, there's a guy doing an advanced Dungeons and Dragons First Edition campaign, and that's starting up. Well, character creation has been going on for the past couple of weeks. I believe the first game is next weekend, if I'm not mistaken. I hope it's not this weekend, because I won't be able to come because my refrigerator's broken, and I gotta go shopping for a refrigerator tomorrow. And I don't know how long that's gonna take. And all that stuff. So. Craig the Man is here. Says almost every time this stream happens is when I'm having a barbecue cookout with shining coffee and my friend, my godchild's place. Oh, okay, cool. Tell everyone Fornull says hey, and you can listen to the replay if you can't tune in now, or you can not. I don't want to pressure you, but I'll be hurt personally if you don't come back and listen to at least 15 minutes of me rambling. Saturday 15th. Okay, good. I have a birthday party. My grandson coming up here one of these days. I don't think that's, but you know, and of course that takes precedence. My grandson is super cute. He's gonna be 1 year old, and he is a total badass. I will when I get back, grabbing stuff at the store. Okay. Rip your fridge, that's such an annoyance. It is. What's an annoyance is, okay, yeah, it's, 8 or 9 years old. It should last way longer than that. I was dumb. I bought a Samsung because I thought, oh, okay, this looks nice and has all the features we want. I wish you could buy those old-time refrigerators from the 50s that still work to this day. Because the Samsung, I had to go online. I called and they send you to their website, and so I had to register on the website, enter in the series, register the fridge, and then wait for 2 days for them to get someone to call me back about repairing it. And then they finally call me back. They're like 100 miles away. They're the closest one. And the travel charge is $100, and the diagnostic fee is $150, and they think the part, there's two things wrong. One of them, the part's $800, the other one, the part's $600, and I'm just thinking that's not even with labor. That's more than a new fridge. So, not gonna buy a Samsung. Not that the others are better, but F that. And buy something else and just have them haul that one away. And I hate that, but it's not worth it for me to just... I tried everything to fix it myself, and I gotta move on with my life. My time is valuable too. Which reminds me, if you guys could each send me $50, I'd appreciate that. No, just kidding. I don't need money. Let's see, what else? Well, you can't catch your refrigerator because it isn't running anymore. Well, I can catch it. I finally can catch my refrigerator. Boy, I got my belt. I took my belt off, the metal part, and I just whipped the shit out of that refrigerator for being bad. I whipped it. I had a giant dog collar made for it, and I put it on a leash and put it in bondage and dripped hot candle wax on it and whipped it. And I really showed it who the boss was, that refrigerator. So, you know. Alright, gonna take a break for a few minutes. I'm talking, I mean. I gotta go take a shit. No, I'm kidding. No, I should have said I gotta go take a dump. That's the better way to put it. But I don't. I just wanted to say that. Alright, I love you. I'll be back.
So I'm going to start with a reality check, and I'm going to try to put your heart or your psyche at ease by sharing the reality of the way things already were prior to the anomaly called Donald Trump. Prior to Donald Trump, those who care about Western kind and Western civilization could not get anyone elected in any way, shape, or form. We could not with our dollars, we could not with candidates, we could not by attempting to take over any part of the Republican Party, which, by the way, I'll step aside and for a moment and tangentially say that there was an individual, I won't name him, several years ago, who suddenly came on the scene and who was far more piss and vinegar than any wisdom, than intelligence, but because of certain factors that I guess made him interesting to listen to, garnered hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of followers, and he told everybody to get into the Republican Party. And I told everybody, do not go into the Republican Party. You cannot take it over. They have an unbelievably powerful immune system for everything that is white positive. And as soon as they sniff you out, they purge you, because they've done it many times over the years. And a lot of people ended up ignoring me and heeding his advice and attempting to do and waste their time. And still some people have, after heeding his advice years ago, still have this in their heads, even though he has long since abandoned that position and has adopted my position. He said it's composed of a bunch of senescent people, a bunch of wizened people. what they have been holding on to, what they've been holding to their breast, hoping against all odds that this great America, this living America, was going to be able to be protected and saved, was actually a corpse. And as they moved away and they saw that indeed it was a corpse, that it wasn't ours, that it's long since been dead, their innocence has ended, and they are going to be looking for answers. There'll be stages. They're going to go through the shock, the regret, the disbelief, the denial, and then the rage, and then the questions about what can be done. That is where we come in.
That is where we come in. And the dildo of consequence rarely arrives lubed, so they better watch out. No, I'm just playing. Fornull is the pioneer of Kunnacore music. That's pretty funny, Hallander. But also true. I mean, when he used to be with Mark Collett, and I listened to them, and I liked how he'd get all excited and aggro, and I thought, okay, this guy's cool. So I was making clips, and then he started doing his show, and I was writing some music and stuff, trying to use those concepts, but not in a literal. Here's something, and Jared George and I would talk about this, or he would talk about this separately from me, but I talked about it with him too. But I don't know if any of you have ever heard like Christian music. A lot of it sucks. Not because it's Christian, there's nothing like that at all, but because it's too literal. They're trying too hard to, without any finesse, without any artistry, just blurt out things, literally, and it's lame. There's no art to it at all, and that's fine, you know, if it's a church hymn or something like that. That's what it is. But even old church hymns, they have poetry to them. There is an artistry to the words and to how it's structured, the songs. And a lot of early Christian music was just the opposite. It wasn't good. Now there were exceptions for sure, and I was like major Christian. When I was young and would go see Christian bands, I saw all the big ones, you know. Oh God, not Tesla, Petra. You know, I saw Petra, I saw Striper, I saw Undercover. They were like a Christian punk band. I saw just tons. I would go to shows. You know, I saw regular shows too. I mean, I'd go see Slayer, but the whole point of all that is to say I wanted to make sure and avoid that. I wanted to find a way to make music that talks about these things but is still enjoyable and isn't just so dumb, like just telling you literally what it is. I don't think that's good. I don't think that's effective, and it's just stupid to me. If I want to do that, I will do what I did in that one song, and I will play Jason making a great point, you know, articulating some idea as he does. He's pretty good at that. He's great at it, and definitely has his moments of genius there where he can just say something really well, and I'll just put that over music.
Is dying away, is dying away.
As
Movies don't
now this one has some literal,
do. Your words only
but it's not forced.
glad that we're through. My heart was yearning, but now I can say the white guilt in my heart is dying away, is dying.
A little bit tongue-in-cheek, that song too, though. Just breaching that topic in that way. But
You fooled me.
anyways, not to diss anybody who makes
You
music
thought you were
with lyrical content that is just overt and direct and non-poetic, non-artistic. There's some people like that.
Now gladly
Fine, if that's getting the message out and that's getting certain people going, and cool. It's just for me personally, no.
is dying away,
And it's hard to do.
dying
It's really hard.
Your
And I personally didn't always succeed in these songs I wrote
only chill me
that are about go-free concepts and things like that. Sometimes they were corny.
My heart, it was yearning, but now I can say
Sometimes they were really good, I think. Sometimes I delivered the message in a way that's
is dying away,
thought-provoking and poetic. Yes, and good night, evil author. Did I say that? If you missed it, thank you, AK160. I hope you have a good night. Tree Godfather's here. He is the godfather of all trees. So, if he were in Middle Earth, he would probably be pretty close with all the treants. And he could probably get rides places and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. So you want to know Tree Godfather if you're going to be going out into the forest and he's available, have him come with you. Odds are you're going to get a treant, give you a ride out to some really cool glade,
You remember Buddy? Buddy's a good
and they'll
boy,
protect you.
but he has what you might call basic hygiene problems.
Let's get down to business. Where's Murdoch?
Well, let's just say he's indisposed.
What the hell's going on here?
Don't play with me, Bacon! Let me go, fat boy!
This isn't funny, Bacon.
Are you crazy?
What do you think, buddy? Does he really mean it?
Buddy doesn't think you're really sorry.
So hurry!
Sugar Mountain Railroad all night long. Nom, 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 nom. What is the Sugar Mountain Railroad? There probably isn't one, but there is a Sugar Pine Railroad up in the Sierras. I think my grandpa... my dad or my grandpa took me up there, and it's like this thing you do. You take your son or you take your grandkid or something, you go up and you ride this railroad around the Sierra Mountains, and then they, at the end of it, they have steak and beans, like barbecued beans, and you pig out, and then you go home. I wish you could just do that every day. I should take my grandson if they still have that. I don't know. It's probably the Sucre Pino burrito now. I don't know. That's not very nice. But it seems like that. All the things. Not the same as they used to be. Yes, a little lore scroll about the tree godfather. A powerful ally. His sons Oak and Ash let the birds nest upon their leaves, and the father of trees saw that this was good. And he said unto them, I shall make the birds feed upon your fruit, that you may spread far. This I do for you, my sons, as you did for them. Quoting the great Highlander. I'm playing a lot of Fornull tonight.
Breaking our back to see our own reflection. Can't they just take their piece and walk away? Rising like a blooming flame of insurrection, innocence designed away in swift decay. They'll fade away. Regret their treason. They'll fade away. Rebirth of reason.
Are there any guitar players out there?
Every day
I
they're
wonder if Hal plays guitar. I know you play keyboard.
out of kind.
Well, I had a birthday not too long ago.
That someone new, their AI can't tell.
And my sweetie pie got me this awesome guitar pedal that I've been wanting for a while. It's not a...
One step,
It's a clone
one step,
of a clone. It's a clone.
yeah.
Yes, a clone of a clone. Clone. And I don't know if you guys know much about guitar pedals, but I'm gonna regale you with verses of guitar pedal love. Oh, guitar pedal, how art thou mine favorite guitar pedal? No. But a clone is an old pedal. You can't find them anymore. If you do, they're just a ton of money. I mean, I don't know, like $1,000 or something, which seems like a lot for a guitar pedal. Maybe more, I don't know. But what they are is they're kind of a guitar pedal version of the Dumble amp. And if you don't know about Dumble, well, Dumble amps were handmade amps by this guy. His name was Dumble. Last name, I don't remember his first name. Big heavyset dude. And what he did is he took the Fender Bassman amp and just started messing with it. And he was online, in different forums long time ago. I mean, a long way back. In fact, maybe it was before even computer forums. I guess it would have to be. The time doesn't make sense. But so whatever it was, he was part of these electronics groups where they would modify amps. And he came up with a way to modify a Fender Bassman that created this distortion that is amazing. Now, it's not super high gain distortion like death metal or something like that, or Metallica even. This is a different kind of distortion and highly sought after by like blues players and stuff. His amps now go for over $100,000 when they go up for sale. So he's dead. He made a limited number, and now these things are passed around, traded. They're highly valuable. So the clone pedal is kind of emulating that sound. And even the clone itself is super expensive. But they make clones that you can get for $50, and I wanted one. And so my wife got me one. And I have a few different nice amps. I've got a crank that I retubed, all matching tubes, of course, matching set, and electro harmonics. I think I had Sovtech in it. And that thing, what chance of me? It makes the most beautiful sound for distortion, for heavy. I've owned everything. I've owned Randall's, the same thing. Dimebag Darrell. I've owned Marshalls. I've had all kinds of amps and had amps customized and things like that. But the crank is this one with those tubes is the best. Well, with the clone, it just takes on this whole new snarling kind of vibe. It's so cool. And then I have a Black Star, a tube amp. Black Star, kind of a low budget amp, but they're really good. The one I have is really good at least. I can't vouch for all of them. But this one, and it is okay by itself, but with the clone, I run that ahead of it kind of as a preamp with just a little bit of this internal gain overdrive. And again, it sounds so badass. I mean, it sounds like something right off a AC/DC album or something like that. Really just lots of attitude and grit, and the attack is very good. A lot of times when you have a lot of overdrive, you lose your percussive attack, and when you're playing music, guitar is a very rhythmic instrument, or it can be percussive. I mean, look at a lot of metal. The guitar parts are just totally percussive. They're expressing a weird rhythm, and so this thing really helps with that. It makes that attack just have a really great character, and it comes out. And then I have the other amp. I have other amps, but the ones I mostly use are those two. And then I have a Mesa Boogie. It's a Mark. It's a Mark V. And that too. And I don't have to do a lot with this clon pedal. I just turn the out, I push it a little bit so the output's kind of hot, so it's hitting the input of the amp. Already it's going to overdrive that, but then there's a little distortion too. Anyways, enough of that. But I love this guitar pedal, and I highly recommend it. You don't, if I'm like on a clean channel and you hear this thing, you barely notice it. But when I go to a more crunchy kind of tone, you turn it on and off, you can it's night and day. It's really cool. Let's see what you guys are saying, because I was engrossed in my own monologue there on guitar pedal. I can play basic. Oh no, I missed a whole bunch of stuff. More fiddles. Me occasionally, the Tree Godfather. Oh, more fiddles. Oh, that's cool. You play the fiddle? That's pretty neat. I have a fiddle, and I can't play it very well. But I try every once in a while to get better at it. But that's super cool. I love the sound of a fiddle, especially bluegrass music with the fiddle, country music. Just the fiddle just makes it come alive. Same with steel guitar. To me, the steel guitar, the fiddle, these are like magical Western instruments that can just transform music. Hal says, I can play basic chords and improvise on one string. I tend to... so you're a lead guitar player. I tend to forget the jump and semitone between strings like guitar, but I stick to the keyboard. Okay. Yeah, the guitar's a little weird at first. Getting familiar with the neck so that you know the patterns enough that whatever key you're in, you can move across the entire neck and kind of know what positions you have available. That really takes practice, just doing that. Something I wish I had done when I was younger. I could have achieved a much higher level of playing, but I do it now, and yeah, and that's fun. It makes it easier to get around when you know, oh, I'm up here. I have these notes available for this key, and it just, it takes practice. So, and anyone who's trying to be good at guitar, I would say, instead of trying to shred and pick fast and all these other things, I would just play along with music and try and use all of the neck while you're doing it, and just do that all the time. And develop your musical ability over your playing ability. If you wanna make music, that is. Reflect the light shone upon her. Yeah, fortune and glory. Fortune and glory, yeah. Who doesn't like things that snarl? I do. I mean, dudes, for sure. We're gonna... I love that snarling, just sound. And it feels good, to make it. Once it takes maybe an hour to warm up. Once I'm warmed up and able to just express whatever, improvise, then yeah, that kind of tone. I always end up there and cranking my amp up and just love that loud sound. His shadow moves and slowly hides her. I use Filmora Pro. Okay. The only pedals have are a couple from Fran Lab. Okay, I'm not familiar with Fran Lab. Let me look it up. I've probably seen them on YouTube videos, but it's not coming to me from let's see, Fran Lab.
Once met, but
Is that spelled right?
skies in his eyes.
Oh, okay. Those look cool.
Steal the day,
Like boutique pedals.
the day,
It's not a Boss or a DOD. It's
night after night. Circle
which nothing against those. I have a lot of Boss and or MXR. I think I have a bunch of.
together, we conspire. We remain.
Cool.
Our
Yeah, I've seen people demo these pedals before. I'm on their website. The Overdrive. Peach Fuzz, I've heard of that. Highball. What is a highball? I mean, I know it's a cocktail thing, but let's see. But Filmora Pro. Okay, what's Filmora Pro?
steal the day,
Look that up. Steal the day.
night after night.
Oh, video editing. Yeah, okay.
Circle in the fire.
I haven't used it. I used Caden Live mostly, but also DaVinci Resolve.
Fire. We remain. Our desire.
Yeah, okay, Hallander responding to what I said about the practice. Like that advice and said it's like writing, work on your vocabulary for your concise expression, not your ability to write a lot. Yeah, exactly. And I can entertain myself easily for an hour or more just sitting with my guitar, and I start out just sort of meandering around, but eventually I land on something, some improvisation or just playing a cover song or whatever, and exploring that, working within that song's mode or modes, and that's just a lot of fun. It's not, music is so great to me, as are many arts, because it's intellectually stimulating. It's real time, unlike some other arts. You're creating a continuous moment that is often used to express emotions, very complex emotions, and then you add lyrics, it's even more rich. But just doing that and trying things, you could sit there and go wheedly 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 wheedly, and get super fast and memorize all the licks, and you can't even write a frickin' song. So I guess that's okay if you just want to be a professional guitar player playing someone else's music. But I've always been about writing riffs, writing songs, and just exploring music. Music is like a never-ending mine with untold riches. No matter how many people go in and find a vein and bring out their riches, there's always more. There's always more waiting. And new, wonderful concoctions with sounds that can be discovered, and I don't think it will ever be exhausted. Sure, we'll exhaust every chord progression, every whatever, but there's so many ways to do something, and landing on one that's good and my own, that's fun and rewarding. So you don't get that just practicing your scales.
If Grandpa was
That's important
right
too,
now,
but
there ain't no telling what he'd
you gotta
have
practice
to
music.
say.
Music. I see no white guilt is here. Greetings, brother.
When he finally
Jason Kuna in the house.
And though
Man, we were talking about you earlier.
Mama, that's enough to keep me satisfied.
I want to listen to this for a sec.
I haven't had a son yet, but the good Lord knows the three of us have tried. 'Cause the Pennsylvania dust that we once spoke has been forgotten, and the Mormon way of life is almost gone. But now and then we gather down in Salt Lake City to raise our voices in a joyful song. And we sing, Heavenly Father, Holy Mother, Keeper of our children, Killer of the land, take us to the river in a horse and buggy, give us our salvation, help us make our stand.
Help us make our stand. I like that.
No, ma'am, I did not go to see the Reverend Brigham Young while I was there. But I'm sure glad to know you wanted him to mention my name in a prayer. I hope he did not preach about the young folks that refuse to make the change. 'Cause if he did, I'm sure I got a little more than my share of the blame. 'Cause the Pennsylvania dust that we once spoke has been forgotten, and the Mormon way of life is almost gone. But now and then we gather down in Salt Lake City to raise our voices in a joyful song. And we sing, Heavenly Father, Holy Mother.
My wife says this song's creepy. She doesn't like it. And I can sort of see that. I mean, it maybe it sounds like the Manson family or something singing. You ever heard those records? Those are weird. Charles Manson and them singing those songs. When I was young, I would use use samples of that, just trying to be edgy. This is David Allan Coe. David Allan Coe. You don't have to call me darling, darling. Never even called me by my name. Anyways, help us make our stand. Hey, that's a wild dude, man. That David Allan Coe, boy. He's seen some shit, that's for sure. And done some crazy shit. Is he still around? I mean, I think the guy's still going. He was in a band with Dimebag Darrell, with the Pantera guys, the brothers. called Rebel Meets Rebel. That was a pretty funny, not just funny, but pretty cool band, but weird, you know, because it's like this old crazy country guy and then these metal guys, but they gelled totally. I mean, it's all got that southern energy going with it. You know, playing like guitars with the rebel flag on it and stuff. So how's it going, Jason? Hope it's going well. 07s. Jason is the tireless advocate. It's like the Energizer Bunny. But he's not a bunny. Unless you count the bunny from the Holy Grail that they threw the holy hand grenade at. Well, it's Friday, so for the working man like me, and whoever else has a normal work week, it's 2 days off. Although this weekend, like I was saying, I gotta go out, I gotta buy a refrigerator, yard work. It's just never ending yard work, but that's okay, because I love being out in my yard. I am thankful to have a yard. Okay, because most of my life I lived in an apartment. I was pretty much broke for the entirety of, you know, most of my life, until the late 40s. And lived in really the cheapest apartments you could find around the hardest of hardcore people, and that was just my life. No yard, no nothing. Guns and no smiles when you're walking to your place, but now, you know, in big part thanks to Go Free, thanks to stuff Jason taught me through his book and things he said, I really was able to I don't know, do things, capture some potential I had and use it the right way. And it's just weird how all that works. I don't claim to 100% understand, but, you know, got my shit together, and now I have a beautiful property that I can go out and work on my yard and wrestle with the lawn and try and make it behave, and be fixing sprinklers all the time and excavating sprinklers from ash tree and redwood tree roots, and all kinds of fun challenges out there. I love it. Would not trade it for walking into the apartment complex where, you know, you just see a bunch of Raiders flags in the windows and the booming of bass and all kinds of garbage going. The Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch. That's right, Tree Godfather. Yeah, I finally got this, and this is just, I'm sorry if I'm boring, I'm just rambling, listening to music and talking off the top of my head. So, but anyways, I got, so my lawn, I have tall fescue, and it gets 110, over 110 here in the summer in the Central Valley, Central California. And it gets really hot, and tall fescue, my lawn is not all in the shade, and so, and water, our water is so expensive here, it's ridiculous. I mean, it really is insane, my water bill sometimes. But yeah, between sprinklers going out, roots destroying lines, the heat, different things. Well, the latest thing was no matter how much I'd water, it just didn't seem to stay wet during the day. So I have a lawn guy. He comes and fertilizes it and puts down pre-emergent stuff, to help with the different weeds and things like that. And he said, you got to get one of these aerators, he told me. And it basically pokes a mini, the guys are going to know what this is, but if you have a lawn and you have to take care of it, but it pokes like a hole in your lawn, but it looks like a little dog crap, because it's a tube, and it goes down about 6 inches, and you have this thing you step on, and it has 3 or 4 of these tubes that are sharpened, and they punch a hole and the dirt comes out, and you do that all over your lawn. It's a lot of work, especially if you have redwood trees, because redwood trees, all the roots form this web that's super thick, and it's about a ½ inch under the dirt, and it goes down inches, and it's very strong, and it is a total pain. I broke my back the first time that I used that tool. It took me 3 different sessions because I have 5 different lawns. Not I don't have acres or anything. It's less than an acre, but they're different areas. It was so hard, but now, and so I did that. I finished that, but there were some areas I couldn't do because there's roots and other things. So I got this other tool that's just these blades that go down, these big, and they're kind of white at the top. So it doesn't punch out the dog shit. It just cuts a hole in. And so I did that too. And I've been watering twice a day, every day, even on the day that you're not supposed to. A plug aerator, yep, that's what it is. And I do this religiously, and I've been doing it for many weeks now, and all the dead spots are coming back. And I know it's stupid, especially with tall fescue, trying to overseed in the summer, but I did it anyways, and I used the lawn clippings as mulch, and then just soaked it, and then in my cowboy boots just trampled over and over and over just to mash the seeds down. And yeah, I'm 3 weeks down from that, and all these patches coming back that were dead. So I did it just on one to begin with, and then I branched out to another spot, and now I'm doing everything. It's very gratifying. Of the salad days. And hopefully I can just stick with it, this routine, and it gets me outside, and I'm proud of my lawn. And I mow and edge it, and I have a manicured, mature yard, and I work on that a lot. And that's a lot of fun. Very gratifying. Is the grass brown? Yeah, the grass was, well, the grass was beyond brown in a couple of areas where there were broken sprinklers, and I didn't know. I thought it was okay. Like, not a broken sprinkler where it's easy to tell, but sometimes it works and sometimes it's clogging. So I spent just forever getting all that good. In fact, there were some that were buried. I had just totally forgotten about. They weren't even able to pop up, so I let it go a little bit. And so, yeah, I had brown. I had there's a couple of dirt patches. Not huge, but, big enough. One's pretty bad. And so, just overseed with tall fescue, mulch with the clippings, and then just keep that bitch wet all the time. As I am wont to do. No. Kidding. No need to be vulgar about my lawn. Is there anyone even watching? I haven't even looked. Like 2 people. There is 2 people. Nice. I don't care. I have fun doing this. You should I've missed it. Well, anyways, speaking of missed it, and I have fun. My fun is almost over. I think I got 7 minutes to go. So
makes me cry when you say we're not.
The same for dirt patches to cover it with a nice potted plant. Well, yeah. I'm not ready to go that route yet. I want. And the trail, it just goes. My goal is to get it back the way I had it originally. I guess that story. I mean, it was pristine. It was lush and green, and the edging wasn't just on the concrete. It was an inch back. You have to use like a special tool to keep that space, and it just looked so badass and made me feel good when I drive up to my house. I felt proud, and I like that feeling. So I want my lawns good. I want to play croquet out there, and no potted plants yet. I do have some pink flamingos, though. As kitschy and campy and goofy as that is, my dad, who lives in Florida, sent me some pink flamingos, the lawn flamingos. And so I've had those for a couple of years, and they were get kind of bleached out. And I was telling them, and so a few days later, I got a package. He sends me stuff all the time. My dad is actually the coolest. He's like 85-year-old dude, and he's super funny, and always sending me, t-shirts with like skeletons playing guitar and funny things like that, and all these signs. He sends me all these motivational signs, and I hang them all up, by the way, in my office. So he sent me paint, this hot pink paint. And so, I had to, and if I don't, tell him, my dad is a total hard ass and sensitive. So if he sends me something and I'm not calling him the minute it arrives, then, I'm going to hear, well, I didn't hear back from you. Did you get that package? And I love that, though. I mean, that's a true dad right there. He'd constantly be on your ass until he, like on his deathbed, he'd probably get on me about something. And I'd probably need it in one way or another. But, so I knew, okay, he got me this. So I have a chore. I've got to, take these things apart and masking tape and get them all fixed. So I did, and I really paid attention to detail, and I got those things all colored and Not the whole thing. Like, I did it right. Recolored the eyes and everything. Or no, they're glass eyes, so I had to mask the eyes. And then I had to take photos of it and show him. And he was satisfied. And they look good out there. And they are hot pink. I mean, you'd think John Waters lives here.
Make it easy.
A Fortune and Glory has a lawn jockey next to the driveway. That's cool. I remember, those were common, especially where I grew up. Many people had lawn jockeys on their front walk.
Keep it coming.
Yeah, that wasn't unusual at all.
Lesson I'm learning.
Glad you like the music, Anglo-Saxon. Epic clip just uploaded. Okay, we'll have to check that out.
Downtown.
And by 7 minutes, you made 3 hours. Well, you never know, Hollander.
All that I'm aware.
That's funny.
You make it
Keep an eye out. Yes, absolutely, Jason. Keep an eye out for fungus in the tall fescue. Yeah, that can be a problem, and that's the challenge when you're doing something like what I'm doing, where I'm watering during the day, which is a big no-no. No, that sounds dumb, but you're not supposed to do that because you can get fungus, and I have had that problem before, but I haven't this time around, so I'm not sure why, but I've been lucky. And if I do see any of that, then yeah, I have to stop that. For sure, that is the risk. Tall fescue. I love the tall fescue. I think I've got a blend in some places. There might be some Kentucky bluegrass in a few places. I was trying to see if I could have a few different things going on, so one could cover the other if it was having problems, but and it worked in some parts, but I like the tall fescue the most. It looks so beautiful, especially when it's all the way healthy. It's just so rich, that green. Let's see. I live next door to Miles Ness from Social Distortion. Oh, that's cool. He had a bunch of pink flamingos in his yard. That's cool. That doesn't surprise me either. Social Distortion. Cool. Cool band. Total Cali vibe music. Like pop, punk, rock. I don't know. Dan is here. Promethean Hails, Dan. Good to see you, brother. We're just reaching the end of tonight's stream. Mike. Okay, yeah. Mike Ness. Social D. Let it be me! No, I can't do it. If I played around with the voice for a few minutes, I could get into and do that voice, but just cold, no, that was totally wrong. That's totally wrong. Let's see. So anyways, I hope you all have a great weekend. And an easy going. If you don't work this weekend, you get some rest and get recharged. And if you work this weekend, then have a good time at work. And it's not driving you crazy. I as much as work is work, and you know, it's a responsibility. I like to work. I have very strong work ethic, and I like the satisfaction of doing good work. So it's super nice to be back at work, not only just for the money, but just that feeling of accomplishment. And I guess that's it. So have a good one, you guys. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody. This is Mrs.
All right, see you guys.